Hey, all, just sitting here in my office, trying to get back to work here. It's a little challenging since I just had back surgery. I can sit for 30 to 40 minutes at a time. That's about it. But, I'm now in my 15 minutes of being able to sit down. So I wanted to give you an update based on my conversation that I had with you all yesterday. And yesterday I said that I was basically getting back to my normal way of eating, the proper way of eating, what had been so successful for me for so long, for such a great result where I lost, 200 and, 70 pounds, 270 plus pounds. Well, when I got injured back in June, I started putting on some weight and didn't really enjoy the fact that I put on so much weight. But I really was kind of being lazy about it and lazy and lazy and lazy. And I finally got to the point where I was done being lazy. And I said, you know what, I've got to do it right. So yesterday I made it a point to be very, very specific in how I manage the food that I eat. So this morning, of course, I had my Quest protein shake and enjoyed that. And getting around to lunchtime here in the next half hour or so, so I will have my baked chicken that I ate yesterday. But I guess the big news of the day is that since yesterday, when I announced that I was starting back to eating properly, I knew that I would probably have some quick weight loss, but boy, 5 pounds. I lost 5 pounds since yesterday. And, that's just really an amazing thing. And it's not normal. And when I say normal, I mean, it's not what I'm going to expect every day, of course. But it's certainly I'm glad to have that bit of a quick start. And I imagine that between now and next week, just by the fact that I'm restricting the total number of calories back down to between 800 and 1,000, which is what you're supposed to do when you are in a bariatric sleeve situation, consuming more than 800 to 1,000 calories, perhaps getting up to about 1,200 or so, is about where the doctor recommends, even at this particular point in time, 3 years post-op. So it's 4 years. Gosh, I'm almost coming up on 4 years post-op. And by and large, I've been able to make that keep the weight off. Just in the last few months since the injury, I've just not been very careful, and I've just allowed myself to increase weight. So I'm definitely back. I'm definitely feeling very, very good. I had my protein bars yesterday. I had my protein chips, and boy, let me tell you, it's just nice to have those back, and not to feel guilty. There's times where you can just start snacking on something and you're like, man, I know that tastes good, this tastes awesome, but it's just not the right thing for me. And I know that, and I mentioned this in one of my earlier videos, that once I, get to a point where, I'm back at my moderated weight, which will be around 170. My ideal weight, according to the government is around 162, I think, is what the physics, 158 to 162. I won't be able to get to that until I have some sort of surgery to remove the excess skin on my body. But in order to remove the excess skin on my body, I need to have quite a lot of money in order to be able to do that. And that is something that I won't be able to do anytime soon, unless someone wants to gift me about $50,000 to $60,000 to go do it, because insurance just simply doesn't cover what's necessary to eliminate the extra skin. Different conversation for a different day, but it's nice that insurance companies are willing to give you the tools that are necessary to lose weight, but don't give you the tools that are necessary to eliminate the damage that was done because of the increased weight, the dramatic weight loss. But anyway, so 5 pounds down day one. Back to work. Sitting in my office, like I said, my home office, because I work remotely, and it's such a blessing to be able to sit here and discuss, being able to get back to what has been so successful for me. And I'll go into more details as we go, but I did intend to get a whiteboard so that way I could kind of jot down things for you and show you what I'm doing. But I'm eating right. I'm going to be going for a walk a little bit later on today when I have a break, just to kind of keep the blood flowing. My max so far has been about a mile after this L4, L5 microdiscectomy that I had. And I'm not on any pain medication right now, so that's good. No altered states of mind here. and just really blessed to be able to um, uh, communicate and share with you this journey. And I just ask that for those of you that are struggling with regain, or with just putting on a little bit of extra pounds, or you're plateauing or whatever, just stay strong. Stay strong. You'll get it, and don't ever give up, because giving up is never the answer. I'm living proof of that. Where this time last summer, was it last? Yeah, not this time, but last summer, around July, mid-July, I was in perhaps the best shape of my entire life. And I had done 6 triathlons last year, 6, one in the Philippines, several, and the rest of them in Texas. And that was because that's where I used to live. And I've since moved up here to Ohio now. But having done the triathlons, man, I was feeling great. I was moving, best shape of my life. My clothes, I got rid of all my old clothes and bought all new clothes. So frankly, at this point, if I were to gain weight, I wouldn't be able to afford buying all new clothes, because I've already made that investment. And I'm particularly happy with my size 33 waist that I've got right now. It's a little more than 33, so I'm kind of doing the whole sweatpants thing. And plus with my back, I'm not supposed to be wearing anything that's even remotely tight from a pants perspective. But nonetheless, I'm feeling very good. I'm feeling very comfortable. The pain from the surgery, or the pain from the symptoms that I had with the L4, L5 are gone, none whatsoever. And I'm feeling very, very good about where I'm at. So getting back on track food-wise is only going to help the back recovery. Not only the increased protein that I'm focused on every day. I had 123 grams of protein yesterday, which is doggone good. And having that increased protein on a daily basis, that obviously activates healing much more quickly. Being able to know that I'm making the wise choices, and just being on top of it, right? Knowing that I'm making the right decisions just makes all the difference in the world. So I'm going to ask that you continue to stay with me during this journey, and that you join. If for some reason you are vacillating over whether or not you want to have gastric sleeve or some other type of surgery, reach out to me. I'll be happy to talk with you. I do ask that you hit this button here. Let's see, the subscribe or like and all that stuff, and that you follow this journey. I'm going to continue to post. I'm going to continue to talk and continue to try to be someone who encourages active lifestyle. When I get back out to be able to do some training, I'll meet with my doctor in a couple of weeks, where hopefully I can increase, maybe get some bike time and start working on swimming. But I know that I can't really do any bending, lifting, or twisting for about 6 to 8 weeks. And it says after 6 months, you're about at the point where you're fully healed. And that about the 8 to 12 month mark, you're at the point where you can really push yourself above where you were. So I'm looking forward to getting back to that healthy lifestyle with eating. Well, I'm already at the eating point, but getting to the physical activity that I enjoy, that'll get me back in the right shape for, triathlon training. So anyway, with that, I'm going to bid you adieu, and we will talk another time. But again, down 5 pounds already, and I see that under 200 coming up very quickly again from where I was. I remember the day that I was under 200 for the first time, and it was a very emotional day. Well, it won't quite be so emotional this time. It'll certainly be an incredible achievement that I'm able to, recognize where I'm at and be able to make the changes necessary quickly enough to get back down to where I was. At no time will I ever take it for granted that I have this tool given to me, and that I'm able to do amazing things because of it. So want to be here for the rest of my life, or for my family, be here for my kids, be here for my wife, and for all the other people that I work with and who depend on me for other things. So anyway, thank you for watching, and look forward to the next opportunity to talk with you.